Lovely Francis, and today I want to introduce you to a wuxia novel called A Will Eternal. If you like the sound of this novel, or if you would like to read others that are similar to it, then you can click the link below or scan the QR code to find our WhatsApp group. And while you're there, you can read the latest wuxia novels and meet wuxia enthusiasts from around the globe. So, A Will Eternal, which is the novel that I want to introduce to you today, was written by an author called Liu Yong. Now, Liu Yong is an incredibly popular author in China. Like, it's absolutely crazy. He's better known by his pen name, which I think you pronounce as Ergan, but, if anyone knows differently and wants to correct me, then you're very welcome. Anyway, he started his career in 2009 and he started writing for a platform called Qidian.com, which is a platform of fantasy and wuxia novels in China. So his first novel on this platform was called A Renegade Immortal, and it very quickly became the top ranked novel on the website. And since then, he has racked up close to 1 billion views, which is just crazy. People love his writing style. It's described as very humorous, but also very eloquent. And now we have one of his latest novels, A Will Eternal, translated and available for you online. So, check it out. So in A Will Eternal, we meet the main character called Bai Shaochen. And Bai Shaochen is a 16-year-old boy who comes from a mountain village. Now, Bai Shaochen's parents actually rescued an immortal who was in trouble. And as a result, the immortal gifted them some magical incense sticks. They told his parents that if they lit these incense sticks, the immortal would appear and help them out. Now, Bai Shaochen's parents actually passed away, and before they did, they gave these sticks to their son and told him how they had come to got them and what would happen if he lit them. Now, one thing you need to know about Bai Shaochen is that he was really scared of dying. I guess everyone is, but more so than usual. So when he heard that these sticks had the power to summon an immortal, he viewed this as an opportunity to become immortal himself. Now, another thing you need to know about Bai Shaochen is he's a bit of a coward. So the first 12 times he tried to call this immortal, he actually chickened out and stopped them halfway through. Now, 12 times is a lot to do this. So you can imagine by the 13th time, the immortal was kind of confused about why somebody kept trying to call him and then stopping before he turned up. So the 13th time, he didn't let Bai Shaochen complete it, he just turned up to see who was calling him. Now, that's the premise of this story. It's this very cowardly boy trying to become an immortal. And actually, the story follows Bai Shaochen's path of becoming an apprentice to this immortal and going from this cowardly kid onto this path of seeking immortality. Now, A Will Eternal is a story that covers many philosophical concepts. So we cover things like Taoism, it covers eternal love, it covers immortality, but it still manages to become a really fun story. Despite all of these concepts. And romance actually plays a huge part in this book as well. There's lots of really interesting female characters that you meet throughout the story, and each one impacts on Bai Shaochen differently. So it becomes really interesting to see which one he will actually fall in love with in the end. So it has a really nice romance story element as well. If romance isn't really your thing, this story has a lot in the way of magic and mystical kingdoms, as well as some really awesome fights. Because while Bai Shaochen is on his path to immortality, he travels through many different magical kingdoms and sees some of the most powerful beings in the whole universe fighting out on his way to becoming an immortal. So, this book has now been translated into English, so fans from all around the world can get access to it. Some people have already read it and given their feedback, and the general consensus is that even though it starts off quite slow, this book becomes really, really interesting. It really grows into itself. It's really humorous, and so far it's proving pretty popular. So if that's something that sounds appealing to you, then again, check the links below and let us know what you think as well. Okay, bye!